Yeah, he's here. Just 2 minutes. He's
Yeah. Shall I start?
Yeah.
Thank you for speaking to us. So my first question is about, you mentioned the rehabilitation. So what is your take on the protests that are happening about the Mulund PAP?
I have been opposing it right from day one.
And what?
It's on record. There is a detailed speech opposing PAP even in Maharashtra Legislative Assembly session. Now this PAP, or what you call as PAP, is PAP of Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray. He sanctioned this scheme. This question should be asked to him when he sanctioned this scheme.
And then how do you think they can actually be rehabilitated then?
See, basically this entire scheme was sanctioned by Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray. Now, who is going to come there? I have promised citizens of Mulund that I will not allow the Mahanagar Palika to disrupt peace and harmony of my Mulund.
There is a lot of redevelopment and these kind of projects happening also in that constituency, and there is news about how AQI is worsening. People need to be hospitalized.
I only had taken up that issue in Maharashtra Legislative Assembly session.
So what do you think that can be?
AQIs have dropped. So after we took this up, there are a lot of measures now being followed. When Iqbal Singh Chahal ji was the commissioner of the Mumbai Mahanagar Palika, he came up with a lot of stricter conditions to be followed at construction sites, and at least in Mulund, majority of these conditions are being followed.
You spoke about how beautiful Mulund is with trees, etc. But at the same time, RA trees have been chopped for the metro sheds. So how does that?
I completely disagree with you, because numbers are in place. These RA issue has costed us an escalated cost of 10,000 crores, and the amount of what do you call that? Once the metro is operational, the decarbonization, or I am not getting the right word, but the number of trees that are being chopped and the amount of pollution that will come under control because of metros, there is a huge difference. Same Aditya Thackeray, when he gives permission for trees to be chopped at private construction sites, why people are not questioning it or not going into that numbers? No, they don't want to go into that numbers. We have all reports how many trees are chopped at construction sites. So what does Aditya Thackeray as Environment Minister have an answer for this? Aditya Thackeray as Environment Minister, they had a fund from Government of India for implementation of, it was called National Clean Air Program. They didn't use that fund. NCAP, they didn't use that fund, and I believe it was last week of February, and they had floated a tender for e-buses, for BEST, electric buses, because that fund could be used for electric buses. They published a tender of 300 buses, and all of a sudden they realized that entire fund will lapse. And after the tender was published, while awarding that tender, they changed the number of buses on wet lease from 300, which was mentioned in tender, to 900. And I objected to it because this was a major flaw and it had to be cancelled. And Aditya Thackeray lost that entire fund given by Government of India for Mumbai National Clean Air Program. So he's talking about chopping of trees. But when he got money under NCAP from Modi ji's government, why didn't he utilize it for one full year? Thank you.
Thank you.